let's get started talking about cruise essentials. So when we talk about cruise essentials, what do you mean? It's stuff that you don't want to forget, right?
Right. So
Okay.
besides the normal clothes, socks, shoes, these are essentials that I have I always pack
Okay.
whenever I go on a cruise. It's
Okay.
what I have to have.
So,
So
you kind of told me some of the things you have, so I have an idea. But how about if you show us some examples, or tell us some examples. I know you've got some show and tell items here, and then I will give a second opinion if whether I think it's essential or optional. How
okay.
about that? We'll make a little game of it. And anyone watching, if you want to join the chat and give us your thoughts too, let us know. Oh, you're starting off strong. Wow.
Starting off
Oh,
strong.
it's starting on kind of a downer note.
No, it's
No?
no.
Safety first.
Safety. I'm all about safety.
Okay. So depending on what your cruise
So,
line requires, you
yep.
might need these still. Oof.
You might still need these.
Okay.
Or if you're going to an island or you're wanting to be extra careful, so
Right. Yeah, some ports might require it, even though the cruise line doesn't.
It's always good to have these along. These are called masks.
Thanks, Joy. And per what I said earlier, I will say whether or not I think they're essential. And this one's tricky. This is like a trick question because it depends on what the cruise line says and what the local port says. True. It could be essential. So be sure you know what you need before you go. Okay, all can right. we get to something a little more fun or a little less
sure.
2020, 2021. Oh, wow. I don't know if people can even see that. Yeah, I don't know if that'll focus in on that.
Oh.
But why don't you just tell people what it is? What are you doing? I know you've seen other people do that. It's not set to autofocus.
Oh, okay.
It's set to focus on us.
This is Dramamine. So
okay,
if you get
I might
seasick,
need some. Yeah, thank you.
If you get, it's not for that. If you get seasick or motion sick or any type of sick besides the one not requiring this, but if you get sick, you want to bring basic over-the-counter medicine, or especially like Dramamine, because it will just make your cruise a lot better if you have over-the-counter medicine that will cover cold, seasickness, upset stomach, just your basic headache.
But I've seen these little packets on the ship. You can buy them in the store.
You can, but the reason why I say that these are essential is that if you wait and buy them on the ship, you're going to pay 2 to 4 times more than you would pay on land.
More. Yeah, you're going to pay a lot more. That's true. That's true.
Kind of helps save you some money.
That's a money saving tip for you. And I would say, depending on whatever medication you need at home, that's going to be essential on the cruise. Dramamine, for some people it's essential. Other people it's maybe not necessary. It depends on your personal experiences. But yeah, I think that's a good tip. But yeah, you can save some money by taking those with you.
Right.
Yeah, and be prepared.
Going with the same safety theme is I like to pack these alcohol wipes. So alcohol wipes to wipe down everything. The most cruise lines that I've been on are excellent at wiping down everything and making sure everything's clean. But I just, for my own OCD, I like to have these wipes to wipe it down.
So this is what happens every time we get into a cruise cabin. The first thing I want to do is I want to go in there and film it a little bit or take pictures or whatever. And about the first thing she wants to do is get out the wipes and wipe everything down. Right. On this one, I'm maybe a little controversial, but I'll say it's optional. I think they do a good enough job, but I do appreciate that you do that. You take the extra step and hit all those, high contact corners, areas, the door handles, the countertops, the areas, phone receiver, whatever. You do a great job with that. But
if you're a little OCD like me, what's that? Obsessive compulsion disorder.
Okay, yes, I didn't know.
In case people didn't know. That's what that is.
Okay.
So
I think you're obsessing a little bit over that.
And then I always like to throw in this in my purse.
What is this?
It's called I'm reading it really
You're
close.
reading it. Don't you know what it is?
It's called a hand sanitizer. So sometimes, when you go to the bathroom and there's no dryer sheets, or they have the dryer, and if you don't like the dryer,
the electric dryer.
air dryers, I just use the sanitizer and sanitize my hands, and I'm good to go.
Okay, and yeah, if you've been on a cruise ship, really anytime, as far as I can remember, you'll find sanitizer stations or hand washing stations in crucial spots. But if you're getting off the ship in a port, or you're somewhere like Joy was saying, like a restroom or whatever, where you're not happy with what's provided, or they've run out of paper towels or something, maybe you might want to just go with a sanitizer. But it's good to have in a purse. A lot of these things, though, this is where it comes down to men versus women, and not in a combative way. I'm not trying to go there, but men typically don't carry a purse, so women can carry a lot more of the stuff.
Well, now you guys can carry a backpack.
We can, but works out really awesome is if you have a wife who thinks of all this stuff. She's with you. She's got the purse. You don't have to worry about it. So for me, I'm going to say, again, it's optional, but it's definitely a nice to have.
He calls it my magic bag because I carry so much stuff. And I can take it out of my bag like a magic hat.
Right.
So anyways,
yes.
So if you're going to a warm place or where there might be bugs, you want to be prepared for the weather. So essential items is what I'm saying.
So you're like a Caribbean cruise, Bahamas, something like that. You're going somewhere where it's warmer out, tropical island. Yeah.
Don't forget your sunscreen, bug spray.
Sunscreen, bugs is
your sunscreen or your bug spray. You want to bring it along because no one has fun if you get sunburned or have covered in bug bites. It's no fun.
I do like your idea of combining the two products. I think that's a Shark Tank idea.
I think they have.
Yeah. Okay.
There are items out there.
So separate or together, sunscreen, if you're going somewhere where you're going to be out in the sun, I'm going to say that's pretty essential.
Mm-hmm.
Bug spray, again, too. It depends on where you're going. On the ship, I don't think you have to worry about it. If you go into a port, like you're going to a rainforest excursion or something, what's happening?
I'm just trying to avoid the dots.
Oh, just trying to avoid the dots. Yes, if you're tuning in late, Joy's trying to avoid the dots today.
So the other thing is, depending on where you're going to be going on a cruise.
Yes.
I
got right on my nose that time. Wow.
If you go to Alaska, it does sometimes rain there.
Oh,
you want to bring a poncho. This is not a big
rain poncho.
This is a poncho. It's our Disney poncho, or my Disney poncho.
Okay.
So it's a poncho, and it's good to have just to have in case it rains. So you're not drenching wet.
It might not just be an Alaskan cruise. You might need it in other places, but I think Alaska, during a lot of the cruise season, it can also be the rainy season. So you need to. I think it is pretty essential if you're going to go on any kind of excursion where you're going to be out in the elements, hiking, even whale watching. Anything where you're going outside, you're not in transportation the whole time. I agree. I suggest that.
Okay. So all the stuff that I've mentioned so far, I just realized that most of them are outside stuff, but this is now going inside stuff.
Right.
Besides the alcohol wipes.
Before you do that, let me just say that we've got Sea Lake Journeys with Robin and Chet on here, and it sounds like Robin is saying that girls need this stuff. A dude just needs a girl who carries the stuff. Exactly what I'm saying. And thanks for joining us, Robin and Chet. A great channel to check out if you haven't seen their YouTube channel. They get to do a lot of fun cruises and have a lot of fun videos on there. So sounds like they agree with us.
So the next item
is
you want to have a little bottle of room sanitizer or room freshener.
Oh, air freshener.
Right. Because the airflow in a cruise ship is sometimes stagnant, and smells sometimes gather up or build up. I don't know. So it's nice to have like a little air freshener or to make it smell nice.
Right. So particularly if you have an inside cabin or an ocean view cabin, if you have a cabin where you don't have a balcony or some way to kind of open up, the air can get really stagnant. And the restrooms, the bathroom on a cruise ship, that's a good idea to have that.
Or if you're having like really spicy food, you want to
What are you doing?
Well, I'm just saying, you want to have like some air freshener to combat the spicy food smell.
What does that have to do with the spicy food smell? You're going to... Okay, we just had a talk and we decided we're done talking about that last item. I'd say it's pretty essential, especially if you're having spicy food. We'll leave it at that. Next, what else do you have?
So the next item is, depending on who you are.
Yeah.
I always get so hot, depending on the time and season.
Well, it's because there's sun right on your face.
But no, I mean, I get temperature hot. Mm-hmm. I get temperature fluctuations all the time.
Okay.
So that
don't get too personal again, like you did with the food.
I'm not.
The spray and the.
But I like to always carry like a little hand fan, or you can get those battery operated little fans that you can wear around your neck. And if you get a hand fan, it saved me a lot of discomfort. And you can get these little fans. These little fans at the dollar store. Yeah. They're only $1. So not that I'm working for them, but
yeah, it sounds like you are. But yes, those come in handy. And if for the guys out there, just get behind the lady with the fan and you can get some residual. Yeah, you'll get some residual there too. So okay, I again, that's probably optional, but I think it could be it's a pretty good tip.
And also, if you are someone who likes to have a little airflow in your room while you're sleeping, I always carry a little travel fan. So it's good if it's battery operated, or sometimes if you have enough USB ports, you can get one with a USB port.
Right, but this particular one that we got does have the option of using 4 AA batteries. And so some cruise lines, I forget which one particularly, I think it might have been Norwegian, where they were like, no, you can't have a plug-in fan, but you can have a battery fan. So that's if you don't want to worry about having your fan confiscated, have a battery fan, and you can put that by the bed and bring some extra batteries, because depending on how long your cruise is and how hot you are, you might go through more than 4 batteries.
Right.
But I'd say, again, optional but nice. The airflow in some of the cruise cabins can be not the greatest, even if you put it on the coolest or whatever.
And you can sometimes have your door open, because if you don't have a balcony, you can't have your door open.
Hi, everybody. We're sleeping. Yes.
Right.
No, you can't. You wouldn't want to do that anyway. But yes. So if you're booking an interior cabin, a lot of these items I think are going to come in. I can think of at least a couple here that really, really are very important for interior.
So speaking of interior, the one time we did have an interior cabin, I'm so glad that we brought one of these. This is a plug-in nightlight, or you can get one of those battery-operated tea lights and just put it either like one in the bathroom or one next to your table, so you can find your way through. Because if you're in an interior cabin, it is pitch black. It's like black. You can't see anything, but you sleep really well in an interior cabin.
So I'm over here making all this noise. So she's talking about, you probably can't see that very well anyway. One of these tea light candles, yes.
Can you see it now?
You wait for everybody to respond. I know. Let's move on. So yes, a battery powered or a plug-in night light, especially for an interior cabin.
And it saves on your stub toes. It does.
Yes, you don't want to stub your toes in the dark, right?
It's no fun. Another good thing to have as an essential is you may want to bring a foldable, what is this? Foldable. It's a foldable bottle opener.
Oh boy.
Can opener kind of thing.
Corkscrew?
Wine? Yeah.
For wine?
So if you're a wine drinker, you'd like to have, if you order a bottle of wine, you need some of the bottles of wines that they give you are not the twisty type kind. You have to use
in case they don't supply a wine opener, right. I think you're saying. And sometimes people will get beers in their room. You might want a bottle opener. I think most of the time the soda pop is in the cans, but
right.
Yeah, look, nice to have. It's a good thing to have. Yep.
And speaking of having things to have, you may want to bring your own tumbler or beverage holder, because if you go to on the pool deck, the Lido deck, or if you go get a cup of coffee, those little cups that they provide you are about 4 ounces, or maybe 8. That might
Smaller
be stretching
than
it.
Coffee mug,
but if you're a big coffee drinker like he is, or I like to have like a large cup of tea, you want to bring your own tumbler and be able to drink it. And if you drink lots of pop like I like to have, I want to have a full thing of pop, not this little 4-ounce cup that I have to keep refilling.
So maybe I tuned out and missed this, but if you can bring that on board when you're bored, you can take it in your carry-on or your backpack or whatever, but you can't have anything in it, right?
Right.
Okay. And the same thing if you take it off the ship into port for a port of call, bringing it back, just like if you get a beverage from Fat Tuesday or somewhere like that, you can't bring it back with something in it.
You gotta finish drinking it at the dock.
Yeah.
Drink it up fast.
Yeah. So that's a nice thing to have. I'd agree with that. Okay.
And another thing is, now that
you're still on drinking. Oh my.
I'm all about the drinking. Anyways, now that people are becoming more environmentally challenged, conscious, more
people are being greener.
Yes, they're being more green, like this color, green.
Yes.
A lot of cruise ships are going away with one-time plastic straws. So now you can get your own reusable straws, or some places like Publix.
What are you doing?
It's a grocery store chain.
Oh boy.
They provided me a container with one straw. So that's where I keep all my reusable straws.
Okay.
So I don't like the plastics. I don't like the paper straws, and I don't like the edible straws.
Yeah. On our last cruise on Carnival, they had a couple times now they've had the chocolate straws. It's made of chocolate, but it makes it taste funky, or it depends what you're drinking, I suppose. But
no bueno.
So if that's something that you're sensitive to, you really want to have a non-paper, non-edible straw. Bring a reusable straw, like you do. Yes. Or I can't call it essential, because I think you can drink most things without a straw, but it's a nice to have. That's something you care about. Anything else?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is an optional item. So I like to always make sure I have extra hangers, and he was able to find online these foldable hangers. Good job. These foldable hangers that unfold, and voila, you have this cool, nifty hanger.
Yeah.
So I have my extra hangers that I need. So they're an essential for me, not for him, maybe.
I don't know what she's implying.
No.
My husband, the slob. Yes. It seems like when you get on the cruise ship, you don't know what you're going to find in your closet, as far as you're going to have 3 hangers, you're going to have, 13 hangers. That's bad luck. But so if you want something that's very portable, show us again how big that is, just to give them an idea. It's tiny.
So this is the size of my hand,
and it folds very flat.
Yep.
And you can bring a dozen of them, and probably not take up much more room than, I don't know, a shoe.
Aren't they fun?
Yeah.
They come in all different colors too.
Well, that's exciting. I'm going to call that optional, but nice to have. I could see where it'd be essential if you can't get the hangers you need. Right.
Another essential item. There's a few more. Another essential item is a nail case, a female nail case, and what it includes, like your file, your fingernail clippers, your other doodads for your nails, and it's excellent to have a nail case, because sometimes you have a hangnail, sometimes you get your nails caught on something, or your dress starts to unravel and you need to clip that little string off. So
let's pause there for just a minute. You're getting some questions in. So welcome in, Kimchi. We got Kimchi, and she's asking. She says, "I thought that was one of those octopus hangers for wet clothes. Are you familiar with what that is? I'm not sure."
I've never.
She said
heard
those are
of
also
that.
cool. So we're gonna check that out. So maybe so thanks for sharing that tip there, Kimchi, and welcome into the show.
Yeah,
and
I've never heard of an octopus.
Yeah, we'll have to check that out. And to answer Lisa Leach's question, she's asking where can I find those, and I think she was talking about the hangers, and we just found them on Amazon.
Amazon.
Just foldable hangers. But
Amazon.
while you're there, look for octopus hangers because I think I'm going to look for that and see what that's about.
I'll need to research that.
Yeah. So you were talking about the nail clippers and stuff.
Yep.
So
nail clippers.
Good to have on hand. I remember on one cruise, I ended up the gift shop. I think again it was Norwegian. The gift shop actually sold a nail clipping kit, and I don't know if you just didn't have them that time or what, but I ended up buying a nail clipping kit on board. So even for the guys, it's something you might
his and hers
you might think you don't need it, but you got a hangnail or something. It'd be good to have with you. So that's good. Did we cover everything, or is there more?
We have three more items left.
Okay.
So. Essential. This is called a lanyard, and some people use it for work. Some people use it for cruising. Some people use it for hold their credit card or their driver's license. But you need a lanyard because you'll get what's called a cruise card that is like your credit card, and you don't want to misplace it or lose it. So you want to either carry it around using your lanyard around your neck, or you can put it in your purse or your wallet, but you want to make sure you have it with you at all times, and that you don't lose it.
And it depends on personal preference, but that's if you want to have it somewhere handy. That's what a lot of people do, and we've bought them on board. We've got them before as a gift for returning the same cruise line. You can certainly buy them online. You can buy them here at home. You even go somewhere like Target, they'll sell them because people need them for work. Some cruise lines are starting to do other things like a wristband, or that like Princess has the medallion. But I think most cruises you might go on these days, we would still have the card. So
I like saving the card because it's kind of like a good
like a little souvenir. You can put in a scrapbook or something. Yeah, I've seen you do that. Okay.
So
I'd say I don't think it's essential. Maybe not for me because I like to keep mine in my wallet, just like I do with the credit card back home. But I see probably as many people with the lanyards as I see without. So it depends on your preference.
So the other item that I like to have is a magnet. So you can get either the hook magnets or the like little clip magnets that hold stuff. And most of the walls on cruise ships are
metal.
They're metal.
Yeah, they're metal.
So you can put
oh boy.
Well, okay. So anyway, so you can put these magnets on. It doesn't stick to your hand, but because I'm not steel.
You're not metal. Oh boy. So I'm not married to the Terminator.
Right. Okay. So, but it's good to keep your bill or your you get notes from information or your room room service.
Room store
tag. No, your room service tag.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
Wow.
So you might want to have these because they come in handy.
You get really, really organized with them. I think maybe they were more essential before. You'd have most cruise lines have the apps now on the computer or on your phone. Well, you can still get those a lot of places. But I remember a couple of our early cruises, you had our daily planner, and you had our, all kinds of information from the ship that they would leave in the room. You'd have it on the wall, and like our excursion tickets and stuff, and you have them on the wall organized. It was really nice.
Or you can use it for hats too. If you get the hook hats, you can
you get the hook magnets.
Put your hats there or your bags. So you don't forget, or your lanyards.
Yeah, we found these on Amazon too. Just got to be. We're not Amazon affiliates or anything like that. But the clip ones and the hook ones both we found on Amazon. They're really strong magnets. And I think they were under educational tools, like for teachers to get for their classroom. But this works really well for cruise ships. And going back here for just a minute to your lanyard, Kimchi settled a question you and I were debating before when we were talking about some of the stuff you were going to show. Oh, there's the hook one. Okay, yeah. We're going back and forth. Back to the lanyard. So back to the lanyard. You were saying, oh, you can ask and they'll give you one. And I said, I don't know that that's correct. Are you sure?
If you go
and
to the...
Kimchi said the lanyard is pretty much a necessity, and Carnival will give you one in the casino, which is, I think, kind of what you were saying before, that you've heard that you can get one. So I don't know if other cruise lines do that, but thanks again, Kimchi. That's great.
Ask guest services, and they might have maybe a lanyard or something. Nothing fancy, but just a basic thing.
Right. Okay, and let's see. But a dry eraser, a dry erase board is useful.
We used to bring Post-it notes
back. That's I like that comment. Great, that's great one, Kimchi. That's true. So if you're traveling with a bigger group, you can post what's going on the dry erase board. That is a really good tip. I suppose you could put post-it notes up too, but I could see those falling off. So
or you could use those tack boards, where you put a
like a cork board?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
With pins on it and leave messages. Or we would use sticky notes, but then sometimes they may fall off.
Right. Okay, so did you have anything else?
I have one last item.
Oh, what?
This might be more of a female thing.
Oh, boy. Should I leave for this?
No.
Oh, no.
No. But when you're on a cruise, because you're on a cruise, the air around you when you're outside or inside tends to dry out your skin.
Really?
For some reason.
Okay.
So bring lotion. Your favorite kind of lotion. Mine happens to be a Vino, but I'm not endorsing
a lot of brands
that at
being
all.
mentioned today. I'm
not endorsing it at all, but just use your favorite lotion, because you want your skin to be all hydrated.
Moisturized?
Yes, moisturized. Yes. Moisturized. You don't want it to be gray or cracky or ashy.
Wow.
It's not a good look.
So that's most of the stuff that you had in mind, right?
Yes.
Okay, so right now I'm going to ask if anyone watching live, put in the chat any other essential items that you think we left out. If you're watching in the future, please feel free to put those in the comments. It can help everybody else out watching, because this is some of the things I'm going to. You worked really hard on putting together all these things, and you were going through the place trying to find all the different stuff that you normally would take, and you did a great job planning that. But I'm going to tell you the one very important thing, the cruise essential, that you forgot.
Bring your spouse with you.
I'm not talking about people.
Bring your money.
Well, now we're going to do a guessing game. Oh, is this part 2? No. Is this Joy's Cruise Essentials part 2? Bring your money. No. Bring your cruise, your boarding pass.
Yes.
Bring your identification, your passport.
Remember to relax and have fun. Be flexible.
We're talking about stuff that you bring in your suitcase, right?
Right.
We're not talking about all the documents and stuff or people.
Right.
I'm going to say the one thing you forgot, ironically, you forgot nothing. You forgot air. You forgot empty space in your suitcase. Because remember how on one of our first cruises, I ended up buying a suitcase because we bought so many souvenirs. We didn't have room to take anything back.
That's true.
So that can be a very important thing too. Nothing at all is important to take with you. So, yeah.
Try to, when I pack, if it's let's say a 4-night cruise or a 5-night cruise, I get my 5 nights ready, and then I eliminate 3 nights.
So you realize that you maybe overpack, and so you pull back some things after you think you have enough, and so you have a little bit less.
I consider like 2 nights as an example. I bring casual clothes for both days, and then evening clothes for both days.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I bring one warm set of clothes, and of course your swimsuit. But then, so if you realize that you're going on a 5-day cruise, let's say, and you realize that it's going to be warm, and you probably will end up wearing the same shorts or t-shirts every day while you're out there, and then maybe have bring a couple dresses. That's all you really need. And then, because when I come home and I've looked at the clothes that I wore and used, it's like
you didn't
less than half of what I've actually used. So that's why I'm learning.
So you're learning from your past experiences.
Exactly.
So I think you shared a lot of great tips, and I know Kimchi says another great something important to bring is a fun attitude. That's right. And that's one thing we like to say is it's easy to get to have a bad experience on your cruise or something, line or back in the day a mustard drill or something be like kind of bring you down. You try to keep your fun attitude. I think that's a great tip.
If you enjoyed this information, give us a thumbs up. It really helps us, and it helps us also know what you like and that what we can also work on providing other informational stuff.
And speaking of other information, next time on the live show, we are going to talk about specialty dining. So we're going to compare some of the specialty dining experiences we've had on the different cruises we've been on.
Oh, there's been so many. Makes me hungry.
Yeah, well, that's, we like to talk about food. So, so anything else we need to say? You said people should subscribe, give us a thumbs up, right?
Right. And comment below and let us know what you have as your essentials that you must have to bring on a cruise. Because, these are just all suggestions. They're not, we're not saying that these are mandatory items that you should all bring. Yep. No, these are just all suggestions because everyone has different essential needs.
That's right. So. And that's kind of what we were trying to hammer home here and share it. And it can vary by person. And Robin and Chad are asking, do you have a live show every Saturday? And yes, we do. We do. We try to. We have been for the last few Saturdays. We were on Mondays. We're on Saturdays now at 3:00 Eastern time. So be sure to subscribe with the notification bell on so you know when we're going live, or you can join our face group and then you'll see when we're going live on there too. You can also watch us. You can watch us on Facebook, or you can watch us on YouTube. We're on both.
And if you want to learn more, you can always watch our past shows too.
That's right.
We have lots of good stuff.
Yes. I'm trying to wrap this up. Are we? Is there more that we wanted to share? I think we're ready to call it a day.
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
Oh, we said that already.
I know. I'm just reminding them.
Remember, just one very important thing. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up.
And the most important thing is, remember, you're on a cruise. Have fun.
We are.
Relax and stay flexible.
Oh boy. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Right?
We do.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.